Hey guys, Mythos Gamer. Welcome back for our final turn of game number 4. As you know, last turn we had some pretty unlucky die rolling, and our ancient one, Yorkshire Thoughts, has awoken. So let's take a look at him and go from there. Alright, Yorkshire Thoughts has 12 doom counters on his doom track, and because we have 4 investigators, that means we have to do 48 damage to him. Now, looking at his start of battle text, any investigator with no gate trophies is devoured. Surprisingly, we actually have a gate trophy on all 4 of our investigators. Everybody has 1 except for Daisy. She has 2 gate trophies. So we're good there. But then let's look at his combat values. He has a -5 to our attack and magical immunity. And then when you look at his attack, each investigator must pass a will +1 check or lose 1 gate trophy. Any investigator with no gate trophies left is devoured. This check modifier decreases by 1 each turn. So first time will be will +1, then will +0, then will -1, and so on and so on. The problem is, and this was what makes Yorkshire Thoughts so hard to beat in combat, is your will and your fight are on the same slider. He gives a -5 to fight with magical immunity. So unless you have a ton of just regular weapons, it's going to be really hard to deal any damage to him while still keeping your will up to actually pass his will check. Alright, let's take a look at our first investigator, Hank. As you can see, looking at his skills, we have his fight maxed at 5. With Yorkshire Thoughts -5, that cancels out his base fight. But Hank does have his axe and a blessing. So there's at least some chance that he can put some damage onto Yorkshire Thoughts. Unfortunately, this leaves his will at 0, which means he'd roll 1 die for Yorkshire Thoughts to attack the first turn, and then eventually 0, 0, 0, 0, and so on. He has 1 gate, so he could survive it once, but after that he wouldn't make it very long. Now for our second investigator, Daisy. Looking at her skills, she's in worse shape than Hank is. She does have a will of 2, so she could last a little longer, but she only has a fight of 3. She does also have the fight skill, giving another +1, and she has her blessing. Now, she did have 2 clue tokens, and because of her fight skill, whenever she uses them, that gives her 2 bonus die for each one. So that gives her an extra +4 if we use both her clue tokens on the first fight, which would give her a fight of 8. So on the first fight, she could get 3 dice, and that would be it. She could deal no damage to Yorkshire Thoughts the rest of the game. Next, we have Patrice, our third investigator. As you can see, she has 9 clue tokens. When you look at her skills, she's in slightly worse shape than Hank is. She has a fight of 4 and a will of 1. Her will of 1 will make her last a few turns with her 1 gate trophy, but her fight's not even high enough to scratch Yorkshire Thoughts once. She is pretty powerful in combat, but that's because she has the enchanted knife and the shriveling spell. But because Yorkshire Thoughts is magically immune, she can't use those at all. The best thing about Patrice, though, is those 9 clue tokens, and because she can use those to actually pump up Hank, our 1 investigator so far who can actually damage Yorkshire Thoughts. So with her 9 clue tokens, if they were all successes, she could help Hank deal 9 damage. And we have our last investigator, Agnes. As you can see, she has 8 clue tokens still. And looking at her skills, she has a fight of 4 and a will of 0. So with her base fight, she can deal no damage to Yorkshire Thoughts unless she uses her 8 clue tokens, which if she rolled perfectly and got all successes, she could deal a total of 7 damage to him before she died. She also has a lot of powerful spells just like Patrice. She has the Wither spell, the Dread Curse of Azathoth spell, and even the Holy Water unique item. But again, because they're all magical, they don't affect Yorkshire Thoughts at all. Okay, so the past few days I've been dreading doing this video because I knew that Yorkshire Thoughts was so powerful and our investigators weren't really prepared for him. My fault. I probably should have gone for the general store a little more often. But I thought, you know, you guys have been watching this series. I need to at least, if there's any chance at all, of taking down Yorkshire Thoughts, I need to at least try. So I came up and I did the math on our investigators going through and fighting Yogg. And under perfect circumstances, if we funneled everything to Hank, everybody used every clue token they had, if he rolled all successes, the most we could do before everybody was devoured is 25 damage. As I said earlier, Yorkshire Thoughts has 48 damage he needs before he goes down. So this game is a guaranteed loss. We can't even fight off the Ancient One. Which, me personally, whenever the Ancient One wakes up, I kind of consider that a loss anyway. I know that in our second game, we took down Narthlotep, but to me that's kind of just a draw whenever the Ancient One wakes up, because when they wake up they kind of destroy everything, you know. But anyway, sorry we didn't win this game, guys. I think what I'm going to do is just end this series here and move on. I think for our next game I may be doing a Touch of Evil playthrough. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in a couple days. Later.